All right, party people. What's going on with you tonight? I got to let these notifications go out. There we go. Like I might have to change my graphic. I think it's a little too big, but we'll see. Yeah, I might have to change that. Oh man, I am truly tired. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. So, all right. Maybe use a little bit smaller. Logo looked like it was just a little too big. All right, I can see the party people rolling on up in here. Yo, what up, Caprenis? My man. Oh man, this thing's been just crazy, man. Um, yeah, things have been crazy, but we doing it, man. We doing it. So, oh man, just got done with a couple of signings and walking around Target, avoided the traffic. Yep, yeah. Buffalo, New York, what's going on with you? We got the yep party people. Yep, yep. We doing it in the house here, y'all. We are doing it. So yeah, I really appreciate y'all. Thanks for hitting the like button, um, and everything. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. We're doing it up over here. We are doing it up over here. Mm-mm-mm. And this here statement is still true. You only get paid for your how, not your why. And that is a true statement because nobody pays you because you have some real good reason for why you want to do what you're doing. They pay you because you know how to do what you're doing. And if you don't know how to do what you're supposed to be doing, then why would anybody pay you? But everybody wants to get paid off of inspiration, off of potential, but nobody wants to get paid. Oh, let me get my microphone over here. Microphone way over there. And nobody wants to get paid for actually being able to do the work. They want everybody else to do work and want to judge paying them. But you don't want to be judged by, paid based off of your level of effort and your ability to do the job. And that's really what this is all about, y'all. If you can't do the job, why would I pay you? Why would anybody pay you whatsoever when you truly can't do the job? And y'all know this is facts. So if you cannot do the job, you shouldn't get paid. Why pay you when you can't do any of what you said you're supposed to do? You know, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to get notaries to understand. Yeah, the both of them. Yeah, I can put in a USB cord. Yeah, it comes. Yeah, it does come with a USB cord. Or did it? That's a good doggone question. Now that I think about it, I was thinking about like a SD. I was thinking something else. For a USB, put it cord. I don't. Ooh, that's a good question. Um, I it might not because I think I bought a separate USB cord, an extra long one, like a 25 footer. So it might not have when I think of, and it probably doesn't. And the reason why is because you can do wireless with them. And they probably like, okay, expecting you to set everything up wirelessly. And the the brother scanner that I have, I got the brother and the Raven, and the brother scanner seems to scan slower cross Wi-Fi to me. So I tend to use the cord with the brother so it can scan quickly. It scans real fast, nice. Now the Raven, whether Wi-Fi or wireless, I mean whether wireless or corded, it scans fast no matter what. So that one's fine, but depending on the scanner you have, you probably want to make sure that you at least have that cord option, and then check it out and see. Keep bumping this. I got to find a way to stabilize this little rising desk. I got one of those desks that goes up and down and stuff, and I got to figure out a way to make it stable. It's, you bump it just a little bit and everything starts shaking. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I think I went and bought a cord on my, a separate cord and everything, because they got to set up nowadays. Everything got to be wireless and stuff. Um, I think, I think you can only get it. Well, I think you probably pretty much can only get it online, because I've never seen a Raven scanner. I can The reason why I ain't never seen it in the store, because I don't ever be going into them stores. so that's pretty much the reason why I can't find anything, because I'm not actually, I don't, man, I ain't even going nowhere near an Office Max or any of that kind of stuff. So uh but Amazon has pretty much a good deal on the scanner. Well, this ain't really, I mean, it's, let me share my screen. I don't even know if you want to call this a good deal or not, people. I'm serious. I really don't. And feel free to drop your questions in there. Any questions that you got concerning this business, how to do something, whatever the case may be. So right now, uh, it's running 644, and this is the business price, which is why I was sharing with y'all. Y'all need to set up a business account. If you look in the description of the video, um, you can click on that link. There's an Amazon business account. You can click on there and set yourself up a business account with them. And I also created a video to show you step by step on how to do that. I need to put that in that description too. I need to put it in there so people will see that also. But here's a link to, I meant to type what it was for. The Raven scanner. I like it for what I need it for. It was worth the money. It was 100% worth the money. Now, I will say, on the screen, it has this clear film. I think it would be best to leave it on there. And the whole year that I've had it, I've left it on there. It sort of protects it from scratches and stuff, because I move mine around a lot, since it's with me. And all around the edges, the black edges there, a little scratched up. You can see that stuff is, it's little micro scratches and stuff. But I didn't want the glass scratch, so I don't know if it's glass or plastic, so I just kept the plastic protective film over top of it. I have never taken it off. And the touchscreen works just fine and stuff with it. So I'll leave that on there. But I dropped the link in there. It's nice. It does what it says will do. As long as it's connected to internet, it will do what it needs to be. It will do what it needs to do. So if you can swing it, go for it. I think this is the best scanner for when you're working direct, doing any kind of direct signing, even if you're not doing direct, but if you're doing signing service, but you end up having a signing service that likes to send you, or they have a client that likes the notary to come to their office. This is very impressive. When people see this, they are very impressed. They actually think it's a printer, which I wish it could dub as a printer, but they are actually very impressed when you whip this out and you scan, and then you're able to upload or just email that, upload to the cloud, Raven Cloud, or email to the title office, because some of them will say, yes, send us the email. Man, they are very, very impressed, and I need it for what I'm doing with the direct client that I have and stuff. So I am really, really, really tired. But I'm gonna push through, y'all. I'm serious. I am tired, but I'm gonna push through no matter what. I'm not gonna fall asleep on y'all tonight. So, and again, feel free to drop any questions that you got concerning the notary business whatsoever. Um, as many of you have seen on, let's see, where is it? As many of you seen on my community posts, I have a new endeavor, and it's really not a new endeavor. I don't even want to call it a remake. It's something that I had been looking at doing the whole time. And I'll be honest, me and Q was talking about this. I always wanted to call what I do for y'all the art of notarization, but I honestly didn't think anybody would gravitate to the term. Um, and for a couple of years, I've had this slogan. I mean, this term, this idea called the art of notarization, because in my opinion, um, doing notary, being a notary, there's an art to it. You just can't just go free willing. So in 2022, when I started doing the um, YouTube membership, where people pay to be a member of the YouTube channel, and then I work with them in small groups and one on one, I started doing some of the concepts that I have for the art of notarization. And when I was doing my face to face teachings, I was doing the same and telling everybody there's an art to it, there's an art to this notarization. And I didn't have a slogan. So last weekend, I was sitting there thinking, and I said, the art of notarization. And I was like, I need a slogan, I need something else to say behind it. And that's when I came up with stamping the right way, because I reflected on all of the that's what I'm working toward, doing it virtual. I've been practicing it, and there's an art to that, because I you gotta it has to be done to where the person can actually participate and do it. It's not so much just looking at a screen. So I'm trying to stay away from that. And a lot of people just have it all looking on a screen. And with Susan, Susan just hopped in here, and she was one of the first people that I actually practiced with doing training virtual. And the way we did it was I actually sent her a notary test of things, and she actually printed them out, and then she went through and did them, and then we worked, and then we discussed it and everything, and it worked out pretty good. It worked out really, really, really good. So the way I'm doing this is twofold. Um, the and then let me go back. So I got to thinking. I said, yeah, I want to call it something, and that's where I came up with the stamping the right way. Stamping the right way came from y'all, because y'all, the party people, have always told me that I just want to do this the right way. I want to learn how to, to be, do my notarizations correctly. And I got different colors and stuff. So I, and y'all can see the logo right there. So as I was thinking, I said I got to come up with a slogan, because I just don't want to call it the art of notarization. What is the point of the art of notarization? What is the goal? And when I got to thinking and reflecting back on all the conversations that I had, not one by one, but for the most part, in general, the conversations, I said the overall overarching thing is that y'all want to know how to do this thing right. Y'all want to know how to do it correctly. And then I've heard other signing companies and schedulers say, notaries don't even know how to stamp right. And I said, that's it. The art of notarization, stamping the right way. And that's what the goal of this is to help you to stamp the right way. um and then I found a nice little graphic with the quill and then the stamp, and I just put something together real quick. Probably took me about 30 minutes, and it was a logo generating site, and I just went up there. Matter of fact, I'll share that with y'all, because there's no secret to it. And I went up there and went up there and I just okay, and I gotta find the daggone thing. Hold on. I'll swing back around to it because I gotta find it because I forgot to save the thing. Shoot. Yep, I forgot to save it. All right. Um, yep. I'll swing back around to that in a second. Let me goodness gracious. Oh, there. Okay, let me see if this is it. All right. Sorry about this, y'all. I should have had all this together. So, um, so that's what it was. I just wanted to come up with something that just basically, can help y'all get things straight. And I apologize, y'all. I got my head all over here and over there, and I'm trying to do 15 different things at one time. All right. Let's try this here. Mm-mm-mm. All right, and then okay. All right. I'm gonna have to swing back to this here later. All right, so let me no, okay. I'm sorry. I gotta all right, all right. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm just trying to get this. All right. Oops. All right. I think I almost got this thing. I'm just trying to get this thing because I okay. So back to y'all. While that's stuff is getting straight over there. Because I know how to. So that's what the whole goal is to help y'all. I'm glad I know how to type fast. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. Right. My bad, y'all. I just got this thing. Yeah, this thing, because I didn't finish setting some stuff up over here. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry about all this, y'all. I know. I know. All right. All right. Yep. All right. Okay. So I think I got all that stuff straight. And I'll do that later. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I know. I should have had all this stuff straight and everything. Because I didn't really finish setting my account up with them and stuff. So now, all right, I think I almost got it. So I got to get my confirmation email from them and all that good stuff. So, all right. So let's look here at some of the questions. All right. So back to y'all. And We just chilling tonight, y'all. All right, so here's the deal. The whole point of the auto notarization is to help y'all to understand how to be successful as notaries. This is not about marketing, okay? There's all kinds of marketing stuff out there, left and right. I think most people can figure out marketing. When we and remember now, I've been in this business 5 years. So being in this business 5 years, I have realized that okay, all right, cool, perfect. So I realized that being in this business 5 years, the one thing that has been constant is that notaries are constantly getting in trouble for not doing proper notarizations and not actually doing closings correctly. I've also learned that notaries can market their butt off to get all kinds of opportunities, but they don't know how to close the deal in doing the actual job. And that's where the problem is. And I'm just going to be fully honest here, and I know people might not like it, some of these notary gurus and mentors and stuff, but y'all are not hitting that market of people needing help. And if you are, it's costing people an arm and a leg after they've already paid you all kinds of money for your marketing stuff. And now they got to pay extra money to learn actually how to be a notary. But then you say, well, you can go to the NNA and do that and learn. But there's some practical parts to it that people are missing out on. And it takes time to help people in that arena. That's why I did the two videos of me doing closings with my wife and my son helping me out. And I'm going to be doing some more this weekend. I'm gonna be recording. I meant to record some this week, but things got busy with closings and everything. So I didn't have time to do it. So I'm going to be doing videos where you will see different closings and scenarios that I've come across in my 5 years of doing this, that people who've only been in this business 2 or 3 years or really less can't share with y'all because they're not doing anything. They haven't done enough to be able to have experience out there. And those who do have experience, they've moved on in most cases from being doing notary stuff, and they're now running signing companies. They're now, just trying to teach and do everything and mentor and all of that. So they've removed themselves from this aspect of what you're actually dealing with. So they're actually out of touch. That's really what the problem is. They're out of touch. Thank you. Yeah. 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 Thank you for the compliment on the logo. Yeah. I know. Great. I'm going to be doing this here training. And yes, thank you, buddy. I just sort of did those videos on the fly. And let me be real with y'all, which y'all know I am. Some of y'all might be saying, well, Griff, why didn't you do this sooner? I'm going to tell you why I didn't do it sooner. The reason why I didn't do it sooner is because I personally didn't feel like hearing people's mouth complaining and saying, "Well, that ain't the way, and you didn't do this, and you didn't do that." And normally, and I'm like, just taking account of what I'm trying to do, taking account the fact that I'm trying to help people out rather than being so critical. So at the time when I first came on YouTube, many of you know that any and everything that I did and I said, there was somebody popping up like a daggone whack-a-mole complaining about everything. I'm talking about complaining about me. People complained about that I was taking notaries out with me on signings, got up here and just started blasting me about that, complaining about, me taking certain types of orders. I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm trying to help notaries and show them stuff, and y'all are whining and y'all ain't doing nothing yourself. So I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna show nobody nothing that I do when I do my closings. But and this has gone on with me. I've been wanting to do this for over a year, probably 2 years. But when I see some of the demonstrations that people are doing, it's very lackluster. It's not really helping anybody. And I said, you know what? Bumping. I'm gonna just whatever gulf I get from people talking smack about the way I do things, that's on them. You know, and I'll be honest with you, I was like, okay, I ain't got time for some signing company like, Well, that ain't the way we want you to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm an independent contractor. So don't worry about how I'm doing it as long as I get it done correctly. Well, we want you to say this and say that. Well, legally, I can't say this or say that because that's what my state doesn't give me permission to do that. So if I do the closing the way I need to get done, and I've done over 2,500 of these. So do I make mistakes? Yes, there are mistakes that I made, but my documents get executed. So when I send them back, you're able to execute them unless I miss a stamp or something like that. Other than that, the stuff is done. So I think the way that I'm doing things is actually working. So that's what you know that's where I say, you know what, they're gonna say what they're gonna say, and the people need help. So that's why I did those two videos, and I just did them on the fly, both of them the same night, right behind each other. And I said, I'm gonna just see what happens, and if somebody wants to complain or hide in a Facebook group and talk some smack, fine. Now I'm fine with constructive criticism, but to say don't do it whatsoever, and most people don't want that kind of stuff being done on YouTube, because if you're getting that, why would you pay somebody? Why would you pay somebody to do what I just did when I did it for free? And now you're probably going to have people trying to take that video or or mimic it and like, oh hey, I can do it too. Okay, fine, but just do it right. You see what I'm saying? I did literally one page of a HELOC and a full signing price because the other notary messed up the mortgage part of the package. I felt bad for the signing service because they had to pay twice. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. That is what's going on out there. That is going on out there. Thank you. I appreciate y'all too. I really do. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. So I want to help y'all to be comfortable with what you got commissioned to do. All of us did what? Rose our hand and said, we solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of perjury for the state or the commonwealth that we reside in, that we will uphold the Constitution of our state. And sometimes they'll say, or, and, not or, but, and the Constitution of the United States. We are, we're getting commissioned. The lender's not commissioned. The title company's not commissioned saying an oath. Yeah, they might be commissioned notary, but in the capacity of being a lender, uh, a title escrow settlement company, or a signing company, to do those roles, you don't have to swear an oath to the state that you're going to operate in a certain way. Do you abide by certain rules and policies that maybe the Secretary of State for title insurance has said, or that the mortgage bankers have said? Yeah, but you're not like, I'm upholding the Constitution of an actual state, that what they say goes, and that's what I got to abide by. So that's why I have a hard time with people trying to constantly dictate to notaries every single aspect of what we're supposed to be doing, when we have guidelines, which is from our state, that we're supposed to be doing. And I'm like, let me do what I'm supposed to do according to my state guidelines. But what's happening, and you can't stop it, and I don't fault them, but some companies or some entities who hire us, whether the title company or the signing company, they're making promises in some cases that, oh, the notaries will perform this way, the notaries will do this, the notary will guarantee that the notaries will dot dot dot. And you can't. Just like there's a signing company in Maryland that says, if you can't if you choose not to explain the title documents or can't, then we'll reassign it. Well, the problem is in Virginia, I'm not allowed to. So how can you tell me that you're going to stop me from making money because I won't do something that I'm not allowed to do? Well, in Maryland, they get a tip license, title insurance producer license, and they are allowed to do it. But in Virginia, we're not. So you should not be trying to force me to do something that I'm legally not allowed to do, and then take the money making opportunity away from me. That's the problem that I have. And if you're a notary, then you need to understand other state laws. Who, if you're a notary running a signing company, it's imperative for you to understand the other state laws. And if you say, well, I ain't got time for that, that's your job, no, then you need to have a hotline membership to the NNA. and talk to them. Okay, well, how to give the oath? Okay, well, here's simply how to give the oath, and I'm gonna share with y'all how I do it. Now, there's two trains of thoughts out there. Which one you do is up to you. Some people say you have to do the oath or should do the oath. I would say have to slash should do the oath every single time there's an affidavit. There's others who say you do the oath once and that covers you for the whole duration of your closing. And then you remind the signers each time they get ready to sign a affidavit that you're still under oath. Sort of like what they do in court. You go in court, you get sworn in. Yes, I swear to tell the truth, promise to tell the truth, all that other stuff about the truth. And then they say, okay, bam, we're going to recess for 35 minutes. You leave, you come back, you get on the stand, and they do what? Remember, you're still under oath. You haven't been released yet. You're still under oath. You're still in the process of conducting this testimony, whether video or live or whatever. And you have to acknowledge, yes, I understand that I'm still under oath to do what? Tell the truth concerning this statement and these questions that I'm being asked. That's how some people look at it. So the NNA does have a really good video that talks about it, oath and affirmations. And I'm gonna put it up while I'm thinking about it. Also, National Notary Association oath. So they have a really good this video here. Let me share that with y'all. They have a really good video here. Oh, I'm gonna just say, oh, y'all know it's oath and affirmations. So that video, I would say, take a look at. I would play it, but since I'm monetized, they might ping me and be like, "Hey, you know, messing with our money and all that." So I'm not gonna play it. But that's a really good video. That came out a year ago. So one of the ways, so typically what I do is this here. When I'm at a closing, and one of my next videos, I will do the oath. I just didn't do it this time. The first two videos, I typically say, okay, before we get started, these documents have affidavits, and with the affidavits, you have to be sworn in. So now, do they need to raise their right hand? Sometimes some people say yes, some people say no. I'll let you decide that. Find out what your state says, because your state may say it's required. Other states may say it's not required. Okay. So let's just say they do raise their hand. So you say raise your right hand, and keep in mind, depending on their personal belief, they might not want to raise their right hand. They might want to do their left hand. But my understanding, I think they talk about it in the video, is that it's more so a gesture of, like making it feel official. So let's just say they raise their hand. And I just simply say this: do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of perjury for the Commonwealth of Virginia that the answers you give to any affidavits are true to the best of your knowledge? And I make sure they open their mouth and say, yes, I do, I swear, or I affirm. One of those statements they need to say. But they got to open their mouth and say it. They just can't look at me like, yeah, what is it? Which one is it? No, you got to open your mouth and say something. You got to say it. Okay, just like when you get married. Do you take this woman? Do you take this man? No, there's no thumbs up. You got to open, you got to acknowledge it publicly and everything. So that's simply it. So how you want to do it is up to you. I've never seen examples presented by a state on how to do it. I just know it needs to be done. Um, that's one of the ways that you can set yourself apart from other notaries, because there are a lot of notaries who are not doing it, which is amazing to me, that all of these notaries taking all of this training from all of these people, and well, I won't say nobody, could keep generalizing, but a lot of notaries are not doing the oath or affirmation. They're not swearing folk in for those for the jurats. And when you're doing a Ron, you have to do it also. You're on video. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of perjury for the Commonwealth of Virginia that the answers you give to any affidavits are true to the best of your knowledge? and they say, yes, gotcha. Yes. Okay, let's proceed. That's all you got to do. If you want to do it for every single one, that's fine. That's up to you. If you only want to do it once and then remind them that they're still under oath doing for the duration of this closing, that's fine. I mean, it's completely up to you. Okay. There are people out there who say one way or the other, and each person can justify the reason why they do it. You just make sure you get it done. And see, here's the thing: as long as you got it done, after it's done, I mean, I don't think too many people are going to be running around and say you only said it once, you only said it twice, you said it, but then you didn't remind them that they were still under. You handle that, okay? That's simple. Um, so the goal is just to make sure that from start to finish, you understand. So here's how I'm doing this on the public YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing videos and some basic things of about closings and understanding notarizations. I already got a great video out there called um understanding. Oh man, I forgot the name of the video. That's bad. I be forgetting my own video name. And I gotta go search for it. Shoot. Brief overview of understanding acknowledgments. Yeah, this one right here. Brief overview on understanding acknowledgments and stuff. Um, so this video very good. Surprised not more people have looked at it, only 6,000. But this year's I'm going over and breaking down the acknowledgments and helping people to understand what I'd probably need to look at and maybe need to do an update to it. I have to check it out. But I'm showing people here's some of the basics. And let's just look at this one real quick. I'm gonna ask y'all right now. There's a problem with this here acknowledgement. Can you Can you tell me in the comment section what the problem is? What is the problem and how do you fix it? But there is a problem with this here acknowledgement. Big problem. So can anybody say what the problem is and how to fix it? Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Come on now. I know somebody knows. Mm, somebody got to know. That is right, Val. That is right. That is correct. No venue. When you one of the things that sorry about that. Oh, I need to drink my water. One of the things that I teach people about notarizations is this. You cannot get tunnel vision. I got a video out there. Don't get notary tunnel vision. Y'all go search for it. Griffin, just searching the search engine, Griffin Notary tunnel vision. There's a video that I have out there talking about don't get tunnel vision. And you said the state is different. The state is not even, yeah, the state's not listed up there. So right here, supposed to be at least the venue, state of, county of, but it's not. And the company that sends this out, this Virginia disbursement, I forget which company, it never has it. They never put it on. It's a one-page document. And I guess they figure because it says Virginia, that qualifies to be the venue. No, it doesn't. The venue has to be clearly denoted here per my state laws. So I have to say state of Virginia, county of whatever county or city that I'm in. Or if it's too tight to fit it here underneath the, in between here, then you can print it out down here at the bottom. If everything else in this here notarial statement matches and fits what your state says that you should have, and that's right, it's an affidavit. If everything else matches with what your state says, then you can use this, and you just need to add in the state and the county or the city. It's that simple. If this does not fit what your state says should be for a jurat, for an to do it, because it said the undersigned John fake name, after being duly sworn, understands and agrees to hold this person dot. So that means they've been sworn in, subscribed, or sworn and subscribed, subscribed and sworn. They've been sworn in and subscribed is their signature. If this meets what your state says, you use it. If it doesn't, then you add your state's acknowledgement or jurat in this case. That's all you got to do, and you're good to go. So that's what you have to do, and it's that simple. So in other words, you got to look at this from a 10,000-foot view. Don't get so tight in, like, okay, let me just, I'm gonna stamp here, I'm done. No, first thing you always look for, people, the first thing, come back to y'all real quick. The first thing you always look for on every single acknowledgement, no matter what, is the venue. I'm always looking for the venue. The first thing, when I'm prepping my documents, I'm not worried about the content above their signature line. I'm looking, okay, they sign, they date. They sign, they don't date. Because sometimes they don't want the date on the document. They don't date, no problem. They sign, they date, they're signing, no date. Oh, they got an initial. And then when I come to something that needs my attention, the notarial certificate, first thing I'm looking for is venue. Is the venue correct on that? It's either yes or no. There's no in between. This will be considered the venue is incorrect. This is not an in between. It is not correct. Why? Because there's no venue there. So that's not correct. It's not no, well, it's basically correct. No, there's no basically in it. It is not correct. So you go and you fix it. And there's two ways to fix it. Write it in or use an all-purpose acknowledgement, or jurat, in this case, jurat, that meets the criteria for your state. Now, how hard is that to do, people? People been in this business for I don't know how long, and they still don't understand to do that. And they're still sitting there asking questions about, what do I do with this? And that's a shame. And I'm not trying to put people down or make anybody feel bad, but that should not be happening. If you contact your notary trainer and you ask them, hey, I need help with this, they should ask you, they should help you. They should not do what? Oh, throw it in a Facebook group and somebody asks. No. Those people on the same level as I am, education wise, for this here. They don't know and I don't know. I'm not doing that. I paid you $500. I paid you $200. You need to answer my question, because if I'm not mistaken, consumer law says if I pay you for a service, you need to render that service. About to go off on a tangent and everything. So on YouTube, I'm going to be doing some videos helping people to understand various different things. Now, where it gets serious is, and people take this however you want, with the YouTube membership, that's where I'm going to really be able to give you one-on-one. People, and the reason why is because I'm just going to be straight with you. There are people out here who will eat up your time, and it's simply this here. Many of you have paid these other folk all kind of yin yang. Y'all done drop coins on them left and right. And people then want me to give them all of my time and effort. And I know people say, oh man, no, it's not about the money. That's why my membership is only $3.99. That's the very basic membership, $3.99. And you can stop anytime. But I was counseled by my mentor and others that I have to charge for this time, because what I'm doing is, and here's what I'm doing. And Susan is a great example. Susan is a great example. Oh, And thank you for being a member. Greatly appreciate it. You're going to get help left and right, guarantee it. So for people like Susan, what I've been doing with Susan to help her out, and this is what I do for all the members. If you're a member of the channel, what I do is then do one-on-one sessions with you when you get a closing or any assignment. So she had a debt settlement. We've already done it. We did one over the phone. We didn't even have to get on Zoom. She's had about two or three, no, at least three face-to-face via Zoom sessions with me so we can go over the documents and make sure she's straight. And far as I know, I don't think she's made any errors. So we've done that. So they contact me. They say, "Hey, Griff, I want to do a one-on-one with you." Not a problem. I got a gentleman down in Florida. He's been having some printer issues. Me and him been getting on and discussing that, and we finally got those printer issues straight. So the goal is I'm gonna do everything because a lot of people think I'm not gonna do nothing for free on here. No, I'm gonna do stuff for free for y'all. But if you really need the time and the effort, where it's like, okay, I need some small group training because I do that with people with the members, as well as I need some one-on-one. I need time because see, here's the thing: those document review sessions can go at least 45 minutes in most cases, especially when you're brand new and you're not and you never done this and you're nervous and you're trying to figure stuff out. Just as I help, so no errors. So Susan said no errors. She's up to 7, and I haven't done 7 document reviews. I think I've done about 3 with her. And the goal is to get her through her first 10 and she should be good because then she'll understand and know the flow. And after you feel that you're comfortable, if you want to break away from the YouTube membership, hey, deuces. I'm not trying to do this for money. I'm just trying to make sure that you get the help. But at the same time, I've learned, and many of y'all can agree, people don't know how to value free, you know, and stuff. And I did free for like 2 years or maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years. So I was counseled and told it should be done this way for those who are for real. Now, there's some people, they say, nah, I don't need your help. I just look at your videos and I'm good. All right, cool. But for those of you who really need some hand holding, that's where the channel membership comes in helping y'all with that. And if you look at, you see right here where it says join, that little button right there, you click and then you join. You can either join the 3.99 or the 9.99. Don't worry about the 14. The 14 and the L1 and L2 is the same because I'm trying to get the members that's on the 14 to save them some money. If they want, they can drop down to the 9.99 one because it's both the same thing. But you come in, you get help like you need to, even to the standpoint that if you are in a closing, if you're in a closing, and even if I'm in a closing, but if you're in a closing and you need help, I'm gonna help you. You call me, you're a YouTube channel member. Hey Griff, I need help. Okay, what's going on? And I'll be honest, there are people who call me that's not members, and I still will help them. And everything. Y'all know me, I'm gonna help everybody. But if you need the help, even with the business side of the house, that's what the business part is. That's what I'm gonna do. And y'all can probably see I'm sort of uncomfortable talking about it like this because honestly, I really would just love to do it all for free. But experience has taught me again that people don't know how to value free. People tend to feel that you owe them, and y'all paying them $500. So I figured $3.99 to get really the help that you need should not be a problem. It should not be a problem. And especially when all you got to do, you can just do it for 1 month. So just imagine you get 10 signings in a month. I help you with those 10. You're like, okay, Griff, I'm good. Deuces. I'm like, all right, cool. Peace. You need help later on. You just join back again. Okay, boom, we got your help covered and everything. What my lady Susan said, to be honest, the help that Griff gives or Dr. Prices, the great thing is that he does not give you the answer. He gives you the time to figure it out. Yeah, that's the thing. And see, the reason why I work with it that way The reason why I work with it that way and helping you to figure it out is because of this. There might come a day where I truly can't hop on the phone with you because I might be with a client that doesn't want, that I gotta really give my attention to. And most people, I tell them, say I help out notaries. They say, okay, fine, talk. And my flow is to the point where I can talk and I can be dual tasking and get everything done. But there might be a time where you get a last minute signing. You get a signing where they say, well, oh, we need you to just go to the location, just go. And when you get there, the documents are going to already be there because we've already shipped them. So that means you're going in blind. You won't know what you're looking at. You only got one copy. You don't have two copies that you printed. You got to be able to think and use your critical thinking, like, okay, this is what I need to do. What 10,000-foot view? Where's the venue? Oh, there's the venue. That is the correct venue. Boom, I'm good. Boom. Now what do you got to do? Now I got to focus on their signatures. So I see my venue is straight. Okay, got you on this dot venue straight. Okay, you sign, you date. Okay, well, the instructions say you need to sign exactly as your name is printed. Okay, make sure boom, boom, boom. Oh, you don't want to sign exactly where your name is printed? No problem. Hey, they don't want to sign exactly where their name is printed. Are y'all okay? Matter of fact, let's put you on speaker and share that with them. Okay, y'all got it resolved. Whatever the resolution is, boom, let's go. You see what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. You know, that's our job. It's not about the marketing, it's about the execution of it. Okay. So that's what the art of notarization is all about because there is an art to it, in my opinion. And my goal is to help you because here's the thing, this is strictly designed to help you getting good with the signing companies as well as the direct title companies. Because if you can do good in those signing companies like you, they know some title companies and they can vouch for you that you're a good notary. But you got to be a good notary because the bulk of the notaries out here are working for signing companies, not title companies. They're not working direct because the direct clients, the direct title companies don't have $6,000 a month of revenue coming in to where they just give to you. They might have $6,000 coming in a month, let's just say, which is low, but they might have $6,000 worth of orders that they can pay you from the standpoint. But guess what? They might have to split that amongst 40 or so different notaries because they got all these notaries. So they're like, okay, we give everybody one. So you made $150, but guess what? You only did one closing for them. Where's the rest of your money that you need coming from? So you got to sometimes go with the signing companies who are out here hustling and busting their butt, but they need us to do right by them. And that's what the art of notarization is designed to do, help you do right when you're out there doing closings for them. Now, what else we got going on here? What's going on? All right, man. You about to go to bed. Man, you always going to bed. You always going to bed. Melissa's Kitchen, I agree 100% definitely helped me when I started. It's wonderful that you want. Yeah, I want others to succeed. You deserve to get paid. Your time is valuable. Other trainers just want to get paid without wanting their students to succeed. A lot of people don't care. There's some that do care. I'll be honest. There are some that do care. There are some that do care. But and thank you very much, Gigi. Whenever you are ready, there's no pressure. Okay, there's no pressure. As long as there's breath in my body, I'm gonna be here. Okay, there's no pressure whatsoever. Um, but yeah, me and Caprentice in the beginning, me and my man, we work, and he is doing fabulous, fabulous. I mean, he don't even have to call me no more. If he called me, he's like, "Hey man, I just we just be chopping it up." But Caprentice is on point, left and right, and everything. Oh, I thought you were going to bed. Okay. And everything. So but yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. So now I want y'all opinion on this. This next thing that I'm going to share with y'all. I was thinking about this today, and it was based off of the statement that people keep asking me. People keep asking me, What is singular and are plural the best signing companies? What is singular and are plural the best platforms for us to sign up on? And I don't know why it never clicked in my head before, but it all of a sudden clicked today, this morning. Whenever you talk about you want the best of something, the best of something or an industry has a standard. You want to be on the best notary platform. You want to be a part of the best signing company. But the question is, are you in a position to give them your best? Because they have a standard. The best always has a standard. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Doug Williams, Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders. That's just sports people. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Trump, both Bushes. I mean, you think about it. Everybody who you consider the best has a what? Standard. We're coming into this business having not developed any kind of real skill set and standard, and we're saying we want to be on the best platform, we want to be with the best signing companies, and we want to get the best pay. And you ain't never done anything like this before in your life, but you want them to stop what they're doing and give you the best of what they have, and you can't give them the best of anything that you have because you don't even know what your best is. You're saying you got to give me $200, you got to give me a 150, you got to give me 300, and then you can't even notarize your way in or out of a paper bag, plastic bag, or anything else that can be considered a container. But you want to be a part of the best. The best has standards. SnapDocs, signing order, these different signing companies. Signing platforms. SnapDocs, signing order, signature closers, CX Choice, heck, even Notary Go, which they're the bottom barrel of it. I know Notary Go might be mad at me. I ain't doing no orders for y'all anyway. But they all have a standard. So the question then becomes, is the training that I'm taking helping me to meet the standard of the best companies that are out there? If the training that I'm taking is helping me to meet the standard of the companies that are out there, then great. But if it's not, then how do I get the training? What training do I really need? What am I missing? But then here's the other side of the house. What is the standard? What is the requirement? What does this signing company here, water bottle signings. What does water bottle signings want from me? I don't know because they don't tell us. What does black tape closings want from me? I don't know because they won't tell us. So we're in a business where we're told to be the best and to be articulate and to be correct and accurate so that these companies can pick us up, but we don't even know what their requirements are. How much E&O do they want? We don't know. How many signers do they want us to have? We don't know. So we're like chasing our tail. And again, I really want to hear from y'all. If I'm wrong in what I've concluded after 5 years being in this business, please correct me. This is not a thing of, oh yeah, what Griff is saying is definitely correct. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I gotta say this because this hit me in my heart this morning, and I'm like, oh man, we are being told, we're being going around asking people, what is the best company to be with? What is the best company for new notaries that'll give new notaries a shot? And the thing is, anybody who's considered the best guys has a standard. But we can't meet that standard because we don't know what that standard is.
We know what the platforms say. Oh, to be a notary on this platform, you have to have these little credentials that you, okay, fine, we got the credentials, but then we don't get the order from the signing companies. Another point, and I'm gonna get to you the statement here. Another point here is this. I say you need to have your profile straight. You need to have a good profile so that if they read it, which sometimes they do, a lot of times they do, they can actually say, oh, okay, well, this is who you are. This is what you're all about. But I keep hearing people say, well, my trainer said signing companies don't care about your profile. Oh, they don't. Well, what do they care about? They care about how close you are proximity wise to the signing. Is that a fact? Yeah. So why are so many notaries? And if you have, now what I'm about to say now, if this has happened to you, I want you to put a one in the chat. Okay. I want you to put a one in the chat when I say this statement here, this little scenario. So then if it's about proximity, then why is it so many notaries see an order come in for a dollar amount? We'll say $85. They say, oh, and they realize, oh man, that's right. That's the next county over, or that's really a few minutes from me. That's 10 minutes. That's less than 20 minutes from me. It's close. I'm there. I can see the house. And you say, I'm available. And you hear nothing. 10 minutes goes by, and you see that same order that came out for 85 pops back out for 100. I'm available. Nothing. It's close to you. You see it. It's in your own zip code. Another 10 minutes go by. Now we're at 20 minutes total. This order been trying to get filled. And you see it out there now for 160 bucks. Wow. You hit the button and it says it's full. It's filled already. I know that has happened to somebody out there. Don't be afraid to say that it's happened to you, because I'm sitting here like, how is it? Because it happened to me when I first started. I'm close by. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can knock that out. I'm available. Nothing. It comes out for a couple of dollars more. I'm available. Nothing. I hit it again on the last time when it says, oh, yeah, here it is for 160, 150, or whatever. Oh, it's already taken. And one time I finally got to talk to a signing company, and it wasn't the one that did that. I said, why y'all ain't picking me sometimes, or just notaries in general? They said they got a requirement. They have an internal requirement that if you don't meet this criteria, we ain't picking you. If you don't meet this criteria, well, what is the criteria? Well, they want somebody, well, they want us to have, work with notaries that got at least 2 years experience. Where is that on your website, or where is that stated? Oh, we don't publish that. You don't? No. Well, and then I started asking other companies. Well, we want you to have, $100,000 of E&O. And there's only one company that I know that even says, that puts it out publicly, and that's Unlimited Inc. They're the only ones that says this is what we want, that I can recall. I'm like, they send an order out. You read through all the instructions down at the bottom. It says you got to have $100,000 in E&O. But none of the other companies tell us what their criteria is to get selected. So when you're in a relation, so when you just imagine, it's only two people that's done to. Okay, well, only two people, but both of them are doing fine now. They're both coming along good. So here's the thing. Everybody, when you get selected for something, most people want to know why they got selected. Why did I get picked for this? Because here's the thing, sometimes, just imagine, we'll just say it's some dude. You got me. And then some girl decides she wants to kick it with me instead of young Denzel Washington. And you're like, why did you pick me over him? You could have been with him, but you picked me. And they have whatever reason they have. Oh, wow, cool. And we go out on a date and nothing kicks off, nothing intimate, nothing. We just hanging. And you expect that, well, since they picked me, they will pick me again to go out on a second date and maybe a third. And let's see how this pops off. And then 2 weeks go by, and then a month goes by, and then 6 months, and you're like, I ain't heard. What happened? Why you not picking me anymore? Did I do something wrong? What? Oh no, it's not you. It's me. It's not. No, I'm good. When we get picked, we like to know why. When we don't get picked, we want to know why. And in our situation right now, none of us knows why we're not getting picked. We know there's some notaries who have done some bad things out there and has scarred signing company owners tremendously. And me and the members have been talking about that. We know that. We know. But I'm not them. So what is it that I need to do? Because you said my profile doesn't matter. And it's clear me living next door to the person who needs their loan closed doesn't matter. So if I live next door to them and you don't care about my profile, which would say I'm a great notary, then why would you pick me? How do I get on your radar to be picked? But what most people will say, take my next training course, take this course, and you get in this why I'm not getting picked Facebook group for just 19 bucks a month. Okay. And what am I going to learn in there? Well, you're going to be a part of a group of other notaries who don't get picked. And maybe y'all can figure it out. So what are you going to do to help? Oh, look, there's really not a whole lot I can tell you I can do. But if you want some people that you can sort of vent to and talk about, join my $19 a month Facebook group so you can just fuss and cuss about why you're not getting picked. You see what I'm saying? So we that this is what the art of notarization. I gotta find a way to get you to a point that you have the confidence to be able to communicate that to a signing company when they call you, when they're desperate for a new notary because everybody else is jacking stuff up. Because let's just be real, it's only going to be a small percentage of people even jive with this. My demographics is basically 35 and above. So most people who are younger than that's 30, that's in their 20s and the teens, the young kids, they don't rock with grip. They don't. They some of them may probably hang here, but the majority of people that roll with us, the party people, they 35 and above. They 30. That's who rocks here. They 35 and above. The people who are trying to get the quick money, they ain't coming here. The people for longevity and stability, they come here, and that's what we do here. Okay, that's what we do. So we got Susan says she that has happened to her. Orders come in, and it's right there in her backyard, and they won't assign her. Same thing has happened with Oswald, and he's doing a great job up there in New York. So if anybody's a New York notary, I don't know his mode of helping people. So I'm not going to say you should call him, but if you see him out there, talk to him. Okay, talk to him. I think he'll help you out. And thank you, Earth Lynn, for joining. The beginning part of next month, we're going to have a members only meeting. I like to do the members only meeting on Saturdays and Sundays, either both days, Saturday, Sunday, about 6:30 in the evening, or one or the other. Most of the time, I try to do two to give people a chance in case they don't come to one, they can come to the other, or they can come to both. And we get in there and we go over things and we talk about stuff. And since you're a member, the moment you get an order, you get any order of any type, and you just want to discuss it, go over, even if it's a loan application, you hit me up and I will get with you and we will either talk on the phone or do a Zoom or whatever the case may be to go through those documents to make sure you are straight and everything, and all that good stuff. And Susan says, I have received a text from a signing company after I responded available. And they asked how many signings I've done. At that time, I hadn't done any. They responded they will not give me an order. And at least they did that. At least now, here's member secret here. Okay. I guess you can call it that. The first thing that I told her to do is once you start getting some signings, go and update your profile to reflect that you've done signings. And two, contact that company and let them know you've done signing. So from the time then, and I told her, say, probably wait till you hit 10, maybe 5. But when you hit 10 closings under your belt and you let them know either actually call them, email them, or just reply back to that text. And the text part is a little difficult because sometimes they won't reply back to the text message and all of that stuff. But because sometimes their text messages are one way, whether they'll text you, but you can't really text them. But if there's a way that you can reply back to that text or just call them and say, hey, thank y'all, a couple of weeks ago or months ago, however long it's been, y'all gave me some good feedback. No time talking here. You gave me some good feedback on what y'all was looking for out of a notary to do work for y'all. And at that time, y'all said y'all needed somebody who had some signings under their belt. Well, since then, I've been working diligently, and I now have 10 completed signings under my belt, and they're of this type. Some refi, some purchase sales, debt, settlement, whatever. I've done these types. I've been out here doing the work. So I just wanted to share that with y'all so that if an order comes through, that hopefully that 10 is the start of me being able to be, allowed to work with y'all and to help y'all service your clients. Who could say no to you if you come to them like that? That's what I teach the members. That's what I don't like to say my members. That's what I teach the members. You go in there and then you like, yeah, okay, I did say. You said, I said, wait till 10 plus. Yeah. And then you've been now update your profile throughout, update that profile because they might track you and say, okay, let me see what she's doing. And they might see. Now, if an order comes out for that company who said no to you before, I'm hitting the button yes. And I will probably have to call them and say, hey, I would hit yes. And I'm not a big fan on calling companies because I know how busy they are. But I will be like, okay, I see their number. I'm gonna call them real quick. Hey, I just replied back to that order. Before y'all told me y'all couldn't use me because I didn't have any signers under my belt, and I've gotten 10 now. And I've done them for these companies. So I just want to share that with you. If you've already assigned it, I understand. But I want y'all to, if you can make a note in my file that I have done some signings since the last time, there's nothing wrong with that. See, I don't have a problem with you calling like that. When you're calling, what's that name? They say, pick me, begging somebody like, please pick me. I just decided y'all need to do this, because I don't spend $400 on this training course and I ain't made no money. No, they not going to, that's your fault. Okay. They say I accept an offer from signature signers, but I didn't get the job. I don't know what happened. Again, it goes back to what is their criteria? They remember this. The person who's assigning the orders, who's sending it out and all of that, they are a W-2. They are an employee. So they don't look at the business nowhere near the way you look at it. So you're a business owner communicating to a W-2 employee. The owner of the company has said, this is how you employees are going to operate with regards to my company. And those employees are going to do what? Operate with regards to his company or her company, their company. So they may have a requirement that says if a notary comes in, boom, and this is not me picking on anything, they may not even be cool with the training you took. So if you have so and so's training in your profile, they might not be cool with that. And then, especially if they know that the training that you're touting that you've taken, or trainings, plural, none of it has anything to do with you being a good notary. Why would I pick you? Because what do I need? I need a good notary. Nothing in your profile says you're a good notary. Nothing for your training that you've taken is geared to helping you be a good notary, especially if they're a former notary and they know what these trainings are about. Why would I give you the time of day? Because I can clearly see you're never going to be able to meet the need that I have. This is all about meeting the person who has the dollars to pay you need. What is that person's need? It's not about your trainer because your trainer has no doesn't need most trainers don't have an order to give you. they're receiving payment from you and telling you don't do this, don't do that, dot dot dot. The people who want to pay you, you're saying, no, I'm not taking your money because you ain't paying me enough. And then when they do pay, then when you do accept it, if they pay you what you want, then you're not doing the stuff right. You're not reading the instructions. You're not showing up on time. Any of that. I just picked up a new client. It's a semi-direct client because the signing company owner was like, look, they may want you to work with them directly, but do you mind working with me through, this and that? And I'm like, sure. And I'm getting paid a C note plus every pop. Okay. And I'm there with the realtor and the office with the realtor, and they're like, yeah, we're glad, we like working with you because you're here. She said, we understand sometimes people might be late, but she said one notary was just constantly late. And when they came, they never told us that they was running late or anything. They came in, got everything done, and then just ran in and physically ran in, did the signing, and then physically ran out. And she said, that ain't what we want for our clientele. Because it seemed like that person didn't care about the job that they had at hand because they was worried about getting to the next job. And I said, that could be more likely the case because they probably the next case or the next client, in that case, the next client probably was paying them a lot more than which they was getting paid from you. And thank you, Regina Wilcox, for joining. Greatly appreciated. So the art of notarization is designed to get you to a point to where if you have an opportunity to do a closing, they will pick you. Hopefully, that they will pick you. And when they do, you'll do it right the first time, the second time, the 10th time, and they will have confidence that you are a notary that they can trust and that you don't need to have 200 signers under your belt before they can trust you. That you can show them within 3 to 5 signings, yep, they got a good one. And this isn't about me getting credit or any of that. I'm not looking for anybody to put in their profile, I took training from the art of notarization or any of that. I want you to do this on your own merit. You do not have to put my name or what I'm doing in your profile because some people might not like me. They may not like me because it's not about me, it's about you. And if you can get out here and do this business right, I'm good. I'm like, hey, hey, I'm like the Fonz, hey, or I'm good with that. So that's really what this is all about. This is all about you being the notary that you signed up to be, you making the money that you had desired to make. That's what this is all about. Let me show y'all something real quick. And any other questions y'all have, feel free to ask. Any concerns, anything that y'all are thinking about. If there's something that somebody told you that you're concerned about, and you don't have to say their name, okay? You don't have to say their training program or none of that and stuff. You got to do any of that. So, and thank you for the super sticker, my man. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, Larry. So, here's my profile. Here's my profile. I'll do it this way. So here's my profile. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Let me do this. Take that out of the way. There we go. So let me zoom this in some. So again, here's my profile. And so y'all can understand how SnapDocs flow. As y'all see here, and this needs to be updated. 2503. That's how many signings I've said I've done since whenever. And then you can see here, I had 1,088 from SnapDocs, and that shows you right here. Now it's 1108. in SnapDocs, they will show you over here to the right, to y'all's right. I believe it should be to y'all's right. Underneath my picture here, it says how many orders have you completed through SnapDocs? 1,108. Now, I've been a notary since 2018. Unless I'm just part time, if I'm saying I'm full time, hopefully I got more than that. But SnapDocs, even though you can put all your orders into SnapDocs, SnapDocs doesn't reflect everything that you put into their system. Okay. Thus, that's why some people don't want to do it. But I put every order that I have into SnapDocs. I manually put this in there so that anybody who's reading my profile can see that I'm doing work out here that extends beyond just SnapDocs. It extends beyond them. They need to know because nobody knows that you did 15 orders through some other platform unless you tell them. So you have to say it. So how do you say it? Through your profile. This is why I don't buy into this thing of, oh, they don't pay attention to your profile. They don't care about your profile or any of that. But then as I'm saying here, and you can say I'm being braggadocious, but it's okay. This is my business and I have a right to do that. I don't work for y'all. Y'all don't work for me. I don't work for the signing companies. I work with them, but I'm my own business. And I say simply this, that Griffin Notary is your number one choice during the real estate slowdown. We're open and ready to close any loans that you have. Feel free to call us directly so we can add you to our schedule. Scan backs and same day drops are our specialty. Now, you tell me, you put yourself in the place of a signing company who's struggling with notaries being available, doing this, that, and the other, and you hear somebody say that this is who I am. They might be inclined to give you a shot. I'm Hampton Roads number one notary signing agent. I'm available 24/7. I already know nobody's going to call me in the middle of the night to do a closing. However, if they need to, I'll do it. We conduct all residential commercial loan types. Virginia e-notary through I do use Verify platform. I talk about how many closings I've done. Then I talk about other things that I do during the closing process. And these are key things that I think every notary should have in their profile. That you give the borrowers a printed copy. It's not double side printed or emailed to them. You scan docs provided, scan of docs provided when requested. You administer the oath. I need to probably change that to oath and affirmation. Only the borrower signs the promissory note because they should not be signing documents that they're not supposed to. Signers are recorded in the logbook because a lot of notaries aren't doing that. Notarizations are performed in person. Notaries aren't doing that. Respect for other signers' cultures because you could be with people from India or wherever else. Fill out and sign the Patriot Act. Now let me stop here. The Patriot Act. Let me stop here for a second. The U.S. Patriot Act is supposed to be completed by us, the notary. Do not listen to these people, about to call them something. Do not listen to these people who say, oh, you don't have to fill that out. Let the customer fill that out. If I wish I could, I meant to pull one up. I can't think of where a copy of a U.S. Patriot Act is that doesn't have somebody's personal information on there. Okay, I got one up, and their personal information isn't on there. Okay, no personal information is on there. I got hit this. This simply says what, and we'll do this like we do in school. Okay, class, let's read together. I, the undersigned, hereby certify that one, I have personally examined and identified examined the identifying documents indicated above presented to me by the named individual. I have accurately recorded the information appearing in the identifying documents I examined. And three, except as may be indicated above, each of the indicated identifying documents appear to be genuine. The information contained in the identifying documents is consistent in all respects with the information provided by the named individual, and, where applicable, the photograph appears to be that of the named individual. Now you tell me how you don't understand that that's the notary. That we're supposed to do that. We fill this out. The undersigned. The undersigned means the person who's signing this document. Google the word undersigned. It's the name, it's the person who's signing this document or persons. Who signed is us. The signers do not have a title. That's our signature, the date, name, title. Now, there's a controversy again about should you say loan signing agent, notary signing agent, LSA, NSA, notary, this, you figure that out. I put notary because that's what I am. I put notary. And no one has ever kicked a document back, any of this saying, hey, you didn't put that you're a loan signing agent. Hey, you didn't put that you did. I put notary as my title in the story. Okay. I know California has a little rule about that. You follow those, you follow what California say if you're out there in California, period. But let's go over this. It says I, the undersigned. Okay, well, who's the undersigned? The undersigned is the person who signs it. Who signs that? Me. So that means I'm talking about, so I'm the one that's saying this. Certify that I have personally examined the identifying documents indicated above presented to me by the named individual. So the named individual is the person's name who's up there in that Patriot Act. And if the named individual is John Aloysius, John Aloysius can't be presenting the documents to himself for examination. That means he has to be presenting them to some other person. Who is that other person? You. And you have accurately recorded the information appearing in the identifying documents that you have examined. So why would the signer be examining their documents to prove that the documents are authentic and this? No, it doesn't make sense. So there's trainers out there telling people, mentors and coaches saying, oh, just have them fill that out. Well, if they fill it out, more than likely they're going to end up signing it. And if they sign it, that is incorrect. So now you're doing a bad signing. Your signing is all jacked up because you, now they may not know that they filled it out, but daggone, you got them signing it. And why are you so lazy that you can't do the signature? Why you can't figure it, fill it out yourself? That's what's supposed to happen. So this is what's going on out here. And people are being told, oh, you don't have to, let me see something. That ain't what I want. Okay, cool. I can do this. Mm-mm. Right. I got something because I really want to show y'all. I really want to show y'all this stuff the right way. So let me do it like this. Get rid of that. All right. So I was able to delete all of their personal information out. Just double checking. All right. So I put a different name up there. All right. So as we see here, so I put this is the person is James fake name. Okay. So it's clearly saying, okay, so tell you it has to be two forms of ID. At least one identifying document must be uninspired government issued document bearing a photo. The other identifying documents not specifically listed below must at minimum bear the person's name. Examples of other identifying documents include dot 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 dot. So the named person, this is the named person. This is the person who's named above. So it's saying that I, the notary, examined that person's identifying documents, and their identifying documents in this case was one of these here, or in other words, two of these here. And after the first one, then the second one will be dot dot dot. That's what I did. I did that. What don't you what don't these trainers understand when they're going around telling notaries to do this? You're telling people to do stuff that they should not be doing. That's the problem. Okay. And it's getting people blacklisted. So you tell me, why wouldn't you not want to use a notary? And then if you sit there and say, well, all the notaries who are doing this are notaries who are of this kind. Let me ask you this here, and just be honest. I mean, because from here on, you're not going to do this mistake again. Have y'all ever made that mistake? Or have you, if you don't want to say you've made that mistake, have you ever heard? So that way we cover. Have you ever made that mistake or heard that mistake? So, one, if you've made that mistake, or two, you've heard somebody say you should have them fill it out, that somebody else should be filling that out and not you, the notary. Have the signers fill the U.S. Patriot form out. If you've heard somebody tell you that or teach that, Facebook or wherever, whether you pay for it or not, put a 2 in the chat. Okay. If you haven't, then okay, cool. But if you may have done that yourself, not realizing that you're supposed to be the one to do it, you see what I'm saying? This is the misinformation that's going on out there. And notaries are trying to figure out, why can't I get an order? Well, see, here's the thing. This is the business side of it. If you are a business, they are a business, that business here is not obligated to tell your business that you screwed up. They don't have to. It would be nice, but they don't have to. So you made a mistake and they're suffering for it. What's the remedy? Don't use you no more. Ain't got time to talk to you. I want to hear you whining and complaining. No excuses. You should have known better. You didn't read the document. You didn't pay attention. I don't know where you got your training from. Or I might know where you got your training from based off of the mistake that you made. I thought you was different. And you're just like the rest of them out here. So I ain't messing with you no more. Because you follow. And this is the kind of stuff that's getting people blacklisted. Another thing that's getting people blacklisted, and I've talked about this before, is having people initial stuff that they shouldn't be initialing. Having them initial every single document. Put a 2 in the chat if you heard that. That yes, you need to have them initial every single page, even if it doesn't need to be initial. If you've heard that before, put a 2 in the chat. That you've heard somebody tell you, yeah, you need to get everybody, they need to initial every single page. Even if you heard them say, oh, everybody, they need to initial the right to cancel. It's like they're only supposed to initial by the dates of the right to cancel if the dates are incorrect. That's what I was always told. But now people are being like, oh, nah, everybody needs to just initial that they seen it. Well, why aren't, I thought if they sign it at the bottom, that's supposed to be the indicator that they seen it. And if the notary is pointing out, here's the here's your right to cancel. Today is the first, and you got till the whatever date. I think today, the day is the 28th, and then they had till the 31st. So you mean to tell me that by me pointing it out, that's not good enough? They still have to do what? Initial it. Okay, is that what the instructions say? Because the instructions I got in my document says don't have them initial unless there's a spot for them to initial. This is what's going on out here, and these are the things that's getting notaries blacklisted. So you're listening to somebody who are telling you to do stuff, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and you don't realize, because we don't know what their criteria, or we're not reading the instructions. And guess what? They're like, don't use that notary no more. So what is that W-2 going to do? They're not going to use you anymore, because if they use you, they can get fired. And you're not that special to them in their life that they're going to lose their job. I need money, scheduler. I don't care if you need money. I need money, and I ain't losing my job. You the one that made the mistake. You're on your own. Don't call us no more. We're not giving you any more work. we're never going to hire you again. That's what they say. So now the question becomes, how do I get back right with these companies? If you do figure out and learn the correct way to do things, as somebody pointed out about going to Notary Assist, then reach out to the owner themselves if you can figure out and say, sir, ma'am, look, I made a mistake. I did these things wrong, but I've been properly trained, and you won't have that issue with me no more. So if you feel that, you know, that you're okay with giving me a shot, I'll be more than happy to do right by you. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not begging. I don't beg anybody for anything, but it's just you talking to them and running business and trying to get back out there. So because you realize you was told the wrong thing. That's all. It's just like when you're dating somebody and somebody told told you to act this way because to that person, and then you do it and then you realize it blew up in your face and you almost lost them. What do you need to do? You need to go back and apologize and be sincere and express to them, contrition that, hey, I made it won't happen again. That's what you need to do. So, any other questions? Because y'all know I could go on for another 14 hours. Any other questions whatsoever? Because I got a signing tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I'm gonna go through these documents and prep them up and everything and all that good stuff. So because I'm ready to go to sleep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired. I'm tired. I am wore out. So any other questions? I want to say thanks again for the super sticker. Greatly appreciated, Larry. Thanks for the new member, Regina. Thanks for the new member, Earth. And thanks for the new member, Notary Signs here. Greatly appreciate y'all. I truly do. I truly do appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all are some wonderful, wonderful people. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. There's nothing wrong with listening to some of everybody, but now it's about execution. And if I can get y'all to execute this thing, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful for your life. And before you know it, you're going to be making the money that you need to make in order to take care of your family, because that's what this was all about. It's a mind shift. And I'm going to help you get there if you're in this for the long haul. If you're in this I believe, and I'm going to end it with this because y'all know I can be doing 15 closings. I honestly believe that with each successful closing, your confidence and belief in yourself, I guess they do the same thing, but your confidence to go out and do this here business, it grows exponentially. It's not a one like, okay, I did one signing and then I got the confidence that I can just do one more. No, you do one signing, you start getting the confidence that, hey, I can do like 4 or 5 more of these. Then you start getting the confidence that you can do 15, 20 of these. Man, I can do hundreds of these, 1,000 of these. I'm telling you about it. If you have 10 successful signings, your confidence is going to be grown exponentially to like, I can do this for real, for real. It's not for play. I'm out here and I can knock this bad boy out. I can do this. I can make some money to take care of me and my family. Whether full-time or part-time, that's your choice. And I work and I do everything I can to help you in your quest to either go full-time or just rock with it part-time. It doesn't matter to me. This is your decision. But your confidence is going to grow exponentially. You get that first one. I don't care how hard it is or how easy it is, your confidence is going to be like, ooh, okay. I got enough in me. I can knock out 4 more of these and have 5 in them. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. My man Larry said, I will catch you next time, sir. You give me the will. I'm telling you, keep going. You got to keep going, man. You got to keep going. Think outside the box. And then once you get outside the box in your thinking, all that money you just made, just put it in the box and keep it for yourself. All right. Well, y'all have a good one. Thanks everybody for everything that y'all do in this business. And like I said, you can always ask me questions. You can send me an email, notary help at it's just notary help at griffin.notary.com. Notary help at griffin.notary.com. Comment on a video or what have you. My contact information is on my YouTube channel page where it says about. Click on that and everything. And again, look at the playlist. There's tons of videos out there. We got over 800, probably more than any notary out there, especially from an educational standpoint. So y'all good to go. And like I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.